My name is Oliver Maldonado. I'm what you call a New Yorican. I was born and raised in New York, but my nationality is Puerto Rican, from Puerto Rico. And I lived in New York, Puerto Rico, Texas, Florida, and now Colorado. I'm an entrepreneur. I've owned a lot of businesses over the years. I started starting businesses when I was in my teens. I've traveled around the country opening sales offices, marketing offices. I've opened offices in over 30 states and 2 countries. They were all profitable. I've owned carpet cleaning companies. I've owned moving companies. I've owned mortgage companies, real estate companies. I was a national sales trainer, and I've actually personally trained thousands and thousands of business owners and tens of thousands of salespeople throughout the country. My business is Colorado Moving Company. What's so unique about my company and the industry, it's a $13 billion industry. My next biggest competitor, they generated $220 million in 2012. There's a huge amount of volume of revenue to do here. Now, what's extra unique about our company and the industry is the fact that we have several different profit centers. Most companies, you generate profit one way and that's it. Sometimes you have multiple streams of revenue, and that's what we have right here. Right now, as a moving company alone, the moving company as the business, it's already profitable, and every time we open up a new market, it will continue to be profitable. Now, that's one profit center. We have a second profit center that could possibly be even bigger than the first profit center, and that's franchising. We could take our concept and we could multiply it in the country, because we're able to start every new market. We can start with about $15,000 to $20,000, give or take, a little bit more, a little bit less, but we could start a market. Now, every new market that we start, I have the unique skills that I can actually make that business self-supportive, where it's already generating enough revenue to cover the overhead within the first couple weeks of launching. So I don't know of any other company that has that type of quick startup capabilities, where you can support the overhead that quickly. I can open up a market within a few weeks of picking the market. So literally, if I decided to pick a market, within 2 to 3 weeks we could be functional, operational, generating revenue and sales within a few weeks. And within the month, it's already paying for itself, meaning it's paying for the overhead, the business owner's also generating revenue and things like that. So we have 2 really great profit streams. So I'm looking for $150,000 for 8% of my company. The money will be used to open up 5 new markets in the Denver metro area and in Colorado within the next 6 months from receiving that money. Harvard Business School did a study years ago, and that study, they were trying to figure out what the most stressful things for Americans are. Okay, number 1 was public speaking. So that was the most stressful things that Americans deal with. Number 2, that stresses Americans out, the 2 most important stressful things that Americans deal with is death. So literally, people are afraid of public speaking more than death itself. Number 3 is moving. That's where we come in, and we could really help alleviate that stress. One of the reasons, or many reasons, why people are stressed when they're doing a move is because they're worried about who's going to come over. They're worried about if they're going to get stolen from. They're worried about if they're going to get treated right. They're worried about if they're going to get ripped off. They're worried if the customer's going to do, the company's going to do good work. They're worried about all of those things, and we help solve that for them. We provide good services. We advertise our rates right on the website. No other moving company does that. We don't nickel and dime them. We don't charge them for the extra steps or for the distance from the door to the truck. We don't charge them for basements, second levels, third levels. We don't charge them extra for elevators. We start our clock when our guys start working, which is when they get to the first location. Most of our competitors actually start the clock when they leave their office or warehouse. We don't do that. So those are some of the reasons why people are so stressed, and that's some of the reasons why they want a company like us. Colorado Moving Company is trademarked in Colorado and fully licensed. So there's no patent because it's not an actual tangible product. It's a company that provides a service. Colorado Moving Company is fully functional, fully operational. For the last 3.5 years, we've done over 7,000 moves. We've been generating revenue and profitable for years now. We started with 1 truck, now we're up to 12 trucks, and so we're fully functional and operational. We're completely debt-free, so we don't have any debt for the company, and everything that we have as far as all of our trucks, we own all of our trucks. We own all of our gear. We own all of our assets. We don't owe anybody anything. Anytime you start a new business in a new industry, it's always nice to be able to make a profit. So I'm very happy the fact that we're not in the red and that we're actually profitable. But I'm not happy with the growth, and that's where I need the sharks, is because I need to be able to open up at least 5 new markets in the next 6 months. So if we were to open up those 5 new markets with the sharks' money, we'll be able to do $3 million. From there, I want to be able to start franchising and go nationwide. We've made millions of dollars, and we've serviced over 7,000 new customers in the Denver metro area alone. In the short time that we've been here, we've actually outproduced every competitor that we have in the same market. There's some companies here. One of our top competitors has been in the Denver metro area for 28 years, and we do more volume than they do. What's unique about our company is providing good service and providing great rates and providing good work for honest pay. That's something that the American business has gotten away from over the last couple decades, and that's something that more companies like me are bringing back to America. The aha moment came for me when the mortgage industry collapsed. I owned a mortgage company and a finance company, and when the market started collapsing a little bit and going down, I saw the signs and I jumped ship. So I was looking for a different industry to get into that didn't rely on Wall Street or the economy or the recession. I wanted something that almost no other outsized forces was going to be able to affect. And after I did a lot of research in a new industry to get into, that's when I realized, you know, the moving industry has always been around. If you have a good economy, the moving industry is booming. If you have a bad economy, the moving industry is booming. Every economy, there's a booming moving industry. I started the company with just $3,000, and I reinvested the profits to keep growing the company. So we started with 1 truck, and now we have 12 trucks. So I've grown the company and reinvested. Over the years, if you add up all the money I've put into the company over the years, it's been between $250,000 and $300,000. We're completely debt-free. We don't owe anybody anything. We've self-funded the company with the profits onto the company. So everything, all the trucks we own, all our gear we own, everything that deals with the company is owned. So I want to take it nationwide. If it doesn't go nationwide, it would be a huge disappointment. But since the company's already profitable, it's not the end of the world, but that's one of my goals in life and one of my dreams. I remember I was at a grocery store in Puerto Rico with my mother, and we were sitting there, you know, in the aisle. I might even tear up here and get a little emotional. But we were in the aisle, and I remember my mother had to put some groceries back. We didn't have enough money to pay for the groceries. And I remember looking at the next aisle over, and there was this businessman dressed up in a business suit. He had a briefcase, and he looked like $1 million. He looked like he didn't have a worry in the world. And I remember thinking, I want to be like him. I want to be like that business guy. Well, all I wanted for Christmas when I was 9 years old was a briefcase, and my grandmother actually gave me a business briefcase at 9 years old. I actually still have that briefcase. To me means the American dream. The business allows me the opportunities that most people don't have. My biggest challenge so far has been staying hungry. My family and my friends, you know, they've, with all the businesses I've started over the years, they've heard it before, and they're more bored than anything.